Okay, good. So, like, for example, what I was saying is that this language is so important, and these words are so important, and these syntaxes are so important that sometimes when we use an incorrect word, other people will not be able to understand us. Now, if you see all these different fields, they are just learning these different ways to communicate with one another. So, if you remember, I just told you that we humans have this complex kind of grammar, this language. It enables us to communicate with one another effectively. But still, I ask you a question: is that do you think it's enough? This language is enough to communicate that we can communicate whatever we think or feel with other people? So you said that no, it's not possible, right? Sometimes we cannot communicate properly and we cannot convey our message effectively. Sometimes if you see that sometimes when you talk to your friend and they mind it, you make a joke, okay, and they mind it. Why is it happening? It's just because of communication. You don't understand, or he doesn't understand the context. So communication is very important. So what we need to do is that today we'll talk about this morphology, right? How we make words, different new words, how we use them in different sentences, and how to make a word a proper word, to use a proper word in a proper place so that we can communicate easily and effectively. So, like for example, there, like if your language is like, if you don't have enough vocabulary, there are certain ideas that you will not be able to convey. Or for example, if you just I ask you this understanding and knowledge, sometimes you can convey knowledge or you can pass on knowledge, but it's very difficult to pass on understanding sometimes. Like for example, can you tell somebody how much you love them? Or can you tell somebody, like you can tell somebody that you are in pain, but can you tell somebody like how hard that pain is, or what kind of pain that is? Can you tell somebody that? Answer me.
No, sir.
No,
It's
sir. Infinite.
difficult.
Infinite.
Yes, like for
Yeah.
example, language help us to communicate with one another. Like for example, anybody who knows the language, if I know the language and you know the language and you come to me and you tell me that I have a I have a pain in my stomach, so I understand you gave me the knowledge that yes, you are in pain. But can you tell me how hard that pain is? Can you tell me how does it feel? Huh? Just give me a minute, okay? Hello? Hello? Uh-huh. Zaman class take أنا تعطى पता नहीं شو زبي تعطى phone كم का टिकते hello, sorry. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I was asking you is that like you can tell somebody that you have pain, that is the knowledge, but can you tell somebody how hard that pain is, or what do you feel? So sometimes this language fails to communicate. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Do you,
sir.
but then there are people that they can even communicate or convey this understanding or pass on this understanding. Sometimes you, like for example, you meet your friend and you are very sad, very sad, and you are feeling so bad, and you come to your friend and you tell him that today I'm very sad. So you give him the knowledge, right? You passed on the knowledge, and he say, well, everything will be okay, don't worry, everything will be fine. And then like he comforts you in a way, but then he goes his way and you go your way. So you just give him the knowledge. So yes, you didn't give
Yes,
him
sir.
the understanding. What will happen when you give him the understanding?
Oh.
Yes.
Sir, they will feel the same pain.
Yes. So do you think that you can make them feel the same pain? How will you do that?
It's impossible, sir.
Yes, it is. It is impossible. But no, there are people that they can even pass on understanding. And do you know how they do it? Huh?
It depends upon the person as well, sir. If
Yes, it
he
depends.
has,
Yes. Okay.
then it is possible to convey your feeling to that person with
Yes,
a
you are.
with,
Yes, you are
with
right
a
here.
language, with the help of a
Yes.
language. Yes, sir. If a
Yes.
person is sensitive enough, so
Okay.
he can get yes. If he isn't, then it is impossible.
Yes, you're right. Very,
Like some people understand poetry because we can convey our message, our feelings in a poetry.
very
So
good.
the
Very
sensitive
good.
people get that, but
Very
the
good.
people who don't have yes. So basically, it depends upon the feeling as well.
Very good. So it means what I, yes, what I just meant is you just said it, that you said about this poetry, right? The poets. Now, so the poets are like, they have this kind of magic that they can pass on understanding. Like, for example, if you meet your friend and you tell him that, yeah, I'm very sad today because my girlfriend left me, she broke up with me, and I'm very sad. So if you go and tell it to your friend and you start even crying, your friend will laugh at you.
Well,
Yes.
जी
So,
सर.
Yes.
but if
शेयर के
you,
भी कभी ऐसा करता है सर.
yes,
सर दा उमर ची कमाए उमर उमर दा
no,
शेकड़े सर दा सजाद पसी खानदल.
yes, what Khandal, you know that it's just because you couldn't communicate it properly. Now the poets tell you the same thing. If you go and read this poetry, वो poet भी उस poetry में रोता है. He tells you the same thing, that I miss my beloved. एंड जब आप उस पोएट्री को सुनते हो तो आपके दिल से एक आ निकलती है, आप कहते हो वाह 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 क्या बात है. Why do you say it? You say it because you understood it, right? You understood that message. So the poets, I always say that language fails to communicate. Like sometimes this language is not enough. But then for poets, poetry is somehow we can communicate through poetry, we can communicate this understanding, we can pass on this understanding. Like for example, if you see or watch or read watch a drama or a scene where the actor is crying, sometimes you start crying with that person. So when you start crying with that person, it means you felt his pain. That's why you are crying. Otherwise, you won't ever cry. If somebody comes and tells you that I'm in pain, you will never cry. Only you will cry only when you understand his feeling or the pain he's going through. If you understand that pain, so you will start crying. Now these poets, they use the structure, the words in such a way that it affects people. Now if you see these new subjects, like for example this advertising. Now, if you see these slogans on, or these stances, or these different kind of words on billboards, now there are certain specialists that they make these slogans, and it really have a very kind of effective effect on their customers. They can attract their customers by different ways, like in different ways they attract them. So they arrange those words and sentences in such a way that it has a very lasting kind of effect. So what I'm just saying is that you need, if you know this different syntax structure, or these morphology, different kind of words, you will be able to communicate properly. So today we just talk about morphology, that's the internal structure of words, and then we divide it into two categories. Number one is content words. Now content words always has a lexical meaning, means a dictionary meaning, and those words are also called open class words, and these are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. So these four adjectives, noun, verbs, and we'll be studying it in detail. And then there are these function words, which I've already told you that that is called closed class words. We cannot have different other words, and it does not have a clear lexical meaning. Like, for example, if I ask you that what is the meaning of the, T-H-E, or what is the meaning of, for example, an. So it doesn't have a clear meaning. We know that it is article and it is used in a different sentences or with the different words. So then there are these morpheme. We already talked about it. The smallest unit of meaning is called morpheme. Okay, I give you the peace or peaceful or peacefully. So, and then this the longest word is anti-disestablishmentarianism. Now, if you see, there are 7 units in this one word, and that is anti has one meaning, that is one morpheme, but it is again another there is another one, there is established, there is ment. So all these are units, it's combined. So this is a word structure, the way we arrange these different smallest unit to have a different meaning or different new word. So free morpheme, we also call these open class words free morpheme, the or the or. So bound morphemes are, another one is bound morphemes is affixes. Affixes are then divided into derivational affixes. We already talked about it, like the way we can change noun into adjective or verb into noun or noun into adverb or noun into verbs. And then there are other affixes do not change grammatical category of the word. Like, for example, if noun is like king is a noun and kingdom is also a noun. For example, rise is a noun, is a verb, and raise is also a verb. So it doesn't change the grammatical category. Grammatical category remains the same. Raise is the verb, rise is the verb. But then again, there is a difference, a different use. You know what is the difference between rise and raise? Huh? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you know what is the difference. You go and search in dictionary, you will understand. So there are again adjectives like, for example, historical or historic. Now, historical is again adjective, historic is again adjective. So it doesn't change the category. It remains adjective and it again adjective. When we even add suffix with it or affixes with it, it remains the same. The grammatical category does not change. And then there are these inflection affixes. Is suffixes very few, they are very few, or these are always inflections, are always suffixes. In another language, maybe there is there are other ways to make these words, but in English, inflections are mostly or always are always suffixes. Like, for example, when we add these different words with it to make a different category, grammatical category. For example, kill, killed, first form of the verb kill, second killed, killing, or for example, kills, or for example, adjective. With adjective, we use er, like smart, smarter, smartest. Or for example, yes, in one case we can, in superlative, we use more and most with it, but that is again a different word. Okay. And then there are bound roots. Bound roots are like, for example, This is a smallest unit, but that unit does not work alone. Remember, for example, this sieve in receive or conceive or deceive. So deceive. So when we put D with it, it gives you a meaning. Otherwise, it doesn't give you a meaning by its own. Remember this thing. So these are called bound roots. And then there are compound words. So when whole words combine together or with each other, we can have a different kind of a word. So you see all these examples, right? Words and their morphemes. You go and read it. Okay, I already explained it. So dog is one morpheme, and dogs, when we put s with it, it gives us a different word, plural. So sometimes, or midday, or homesick, or homesickness. And so in homesickness, we have three morphemes. See, home is one, sick is another, and ness is another. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this
Yes,
was
sir.
just an information. Remember, whatever we just studied will not help you in like improving your language. Like if you remember, or you go and learn these definitions, that what is morpheme and what is function words and what is closed clause words, and you just go and memorize the definition, it is not going to help you improve your language. If you really want to improve your language, is that you have to go and learn these open class words. And if you have like a lot of verbs, you will be able to communicate properly. If you have a lot of adjectives, you will again go and communicate effectively. So, but if you don't have adjectives, then there will be a problem. You will not be able to communicate effectively. Like, for example, number one, see, beautiful is an adjective. What is the adverb of beautiful? Tell me quickly.
Beautifully.
Beau-
And what is the noun?
Beautify.
And what is the adverb? Sorry, the verb.
Wow. It's also beautiful.
Huh?
Beautiful.
Here you have written beautiful, sir.
So that is wrong. It is called,
Wrong, sir.
yes, beautify is the,
Beautify,
sorry,
sir.
sorry, sorry,
Sir,
sorry.
its noun is beauty, sir.
Wait a second. Yes, verb is beautify and noun is beauty. Okay, another thing is that never ever answer this. If somebody tells you what is beautify and you say, well, it is a verb, never do that. Why? Because it is always, remember, like a word we can only know when it is used in a tense. Like, for example, I'll tell you this. Adjective fast. You know what is fast? Huh? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes,
What
sir.
is the adverb of fast?
Fast is a adverb, sir.
Fast, sir.
Or
Depend upon the
fastly?
user.
What is fastly?
Here is no fastly word in English, sir.
Very good, excellent. So if I say fast is adverb or adjective, tell me.
It depends upon the
Adverb,
use in
sir.
a sentence.
Yes, no, you don't say adverb. You say, sir.
Both adjective and adverb, sir.
So you tell me, sir, please use in a tense, and then I will tell you whether it's adverb or adjective. So if I say I run fast, what is this?
Adverb.
Adverb.
And if I say Shoaib Akhtar is a fast bowler,
Adjective.
Adjective.
so it
Adjective.
means that a word which is like we will use it in a tense, and then we will come to know that whether it's adjective or adverb, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what I was telling you is there's this beautiful or beautify or beautifully. These are different words. Remember, one is adjective, another one is adverb, another one is noun and verb. So we use it in a different sentence in a different way. Remember. Okay. For example, impeccable. What is impeccable? Huh?
Sir, from infect, noun infect it is derived, sir.
So what is impeccable? What is the meaning of impeccable?
Masoom,
Huh?
innocent.
See, you don't know the meaning. Impeccable means is that, like, if you say he's very, very perfect. Now you see, it doesn't like, it is not very like, it is not way to say that you say to a person that you are very perfect. You say you are impeccable. Impeccable is, so impeccable is,
बेऐब सर
जी? जी?
बेऐब सर
I didn't get it. So, okay, for example, dead is an adjective and deadly is also adjective. And what is deadly is, remember, it's adjective, it's not adverb. And the noun is the death, and the verb is the die. Or different, or differently, or difference is the noun, and differ is the verb. Do you understand this? Hello? Huh?
Yes, sir, understand it.
You understand it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you see, these are very simple. You go and read it and I'll tell you. What about this one? The one I had highlighted, envious. Envious is what? Adjective, right? What is the meaning of envious?
Sir, means feeling that I am lacking something, sir. मतलब feeling
Uh,
for lack something is called
Jealous,
envious.
jealous, sir. Kind of jealous,
jealous.
sir.
Jealous. So if you go and tell your friend, like, he bought a new car, and you go and tell him that I'm very jealous of your car, how would you say this? Huh? See, if you, yes. So no, yes, if you don't know these words, you will be using it in a incorrect way, and then again, so it creates problem. Remember, if you go and tell somebody that I'm jealous of you, I mean, it's a very negative word. You cannot say to a person that you are jealous of somebody, or you can be envious of someone. Envious means that, like, for example, if I have a expensive or very beautiful car, and you come and you tell me that I envy you, now it means that you also want to have this car. But if you say I'm jealous of you, it means that you say that I don't have the car, but I don't want you to have the car. So jealous is a negative word, while envious, we can use it, right? Or for example, you know this word sleep, right? What is the adjective of sleep?
asleep
A. So sometimes you put a with it and you have another kind of a word. For example, okay, if you say rich, rich is what? Is it adjective? He's a rich guy. Okay.
yes sir
Can you use rich as a verb? Can you use rich as a verb? How will you use rich as a verb? Anybody, please be quick. Huh? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you use rich as a verb?
No verb, sir.
Yes. Enrich, right? Enrich is a verb, right? So you say, I mean, reading will enrich your vocabulary.
thank you sir
So what I'm just saying is
Yes,
that now you will go, this will be your assignment, that you will find these words. Remember this thing, that for example, you have these words. I know you have adjectives. You say, like, if I ask you that, tell me good three positive adjective about yourself. So you say, if you say I'm a good person, now good is an adjective, I know, but this adjective is like, we have used this good word so often, and so, I mean, we use it for many things. So it has lost its meaning, remember. It is kind of a cliche nowadays. If you go and tell somebody that I love you, right? Do you think they will start loving you too? Or will they be happy? Huh?
umar na matapuso ko.
Umar na matapuso ko. Yes, so you need to have different vocabulary. Now, if you come and you tell me, sir, you are a very good teacher, right? I will not be happy because Q. Because you use this good word for everything. You say it's a good building, it's a good car, it's a good house, it's a good TV, it's a good movie. So if you keep on using this word again and again, and people are using it, so it has lost its meaning and it has become a cliche. A cliche is a word that it has lost its meaning. Like, for example, this love. Now, many people use this love. Like, for example, nowadays people say, I love this building, I love this car. And then they say, I love dogs. Or I love you. No, देखिए फर्क समझो.
I like this building.
No, yes. So they say, so you need to remember these adjectives. Today we are just talking about adjective. Like, for example, do you know this adjective histrionic? Do you know this word? Huh?
No, sir. Histrionic.
Yes, histrionic. Now, it's like a kind of a personality disorder. Remember, there are people that they are always very emotional, and they want to create this kind of drama all the time. Okay, so this is a personality disorder. Remember, like, have you seen this Mira actor? Do you know this Mira?
Yes.
She always
Yes, sir.
he always creates a drama to get people's attention all the time.
Public attention. Yes.
Yes, so this is a personality disorder. Remember, adjectives will
And
not
sir,
only
also Sirajul Haq. Sirajul Haq
Siraj.
is also histrionic.
So now, see, what you are doing is that these adjectives will not only help you improve your vocabulary, but it will also help you understand people. Now go and find certain people and try to find out, and even you can know about your personality disorders. Remember, we all have these personality disorders. You have studied this Shakespeare, right? Now, why Shakespeare is so popular? Why everybody is like talking about the Shakespeare even today? Why is it so? Because Shakespeare talked about humans' flaws, remember? Like, for example, if you pick Othello or Hamlet, I mean, there is a human flaw, and he talks about humans' flaws in his dramas, which is still relevant. Like, for example, in Hamlet, there is a, have you ever read Hamlet? Are you reading Hamlet?
No, sir,
No, no,
Julius
no, no,
Caesar.
sir.
So we
No,
are
sir.
Now, yes, now in Hamlet, if you see Hamlet, there is this prince, okay, and he has a problem. The problem is the story is like this, that Hamlet is a prince, and he's a very educated person. He's a university student, and he comes to know that his uncle has killed his father, and his uncle and mother, they made a plan to kill his father, and now his uncle has become a king. Okay, so this prince, this Hamlet, now he's so angry, and he wants to take revenge. So it's very simple. Go, and he would go, like, he will definitely go and kill his uncle, because his uncle killed his father and he became the king. Now he wants to kill his uncle and take like the revenge. So whenever like he goes to kill his uncle, he picks up his sword, and when he goes and tries to kill his uncle, his uncle is praying at that time. So this prince says, well, I will not kill him right now. I will kill him when he is drunk, because if I kill him right now, he'll go to heaven. So I should kill him when he is drunk so that he should go to hell. Okay. So what he does is that he delays it. Then later on, he says, well, I'm not sure whether he killed my uncle or not. So what he does is that he wants to make it 100% sure, like he wants to make sure whether his uncle killed it. So he delays, and later on what happened? He becomes madman. So what I'm just saying is these adjectives will really help you. Like, for example, another one is persistent. You know persistent? Hello? Is there anybody? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
persistent?
Mustaqil mizaj, sir.
Very good. So, okay, another thing is never ever translate it in Urdu. If you want to learn speaking, if you want to learn how to use word, use it in a sentence. Remember, persistent means that you never give up. When you start something, you always try to finish that thing. You never ever stop or give up. Like, for example, do you think Imran Khan is persistent?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir. Yeah, yes, you
He's
don't
a
think
crazy man.
he's a crazy man. No, I may not
Sir,
like
he
him.
is, I guess, sir.
Yes, I may not like him, but he has this quality, and anybody who has this quality will always be successful. Remember, all the famous, the successful people have this quality, that they are persistent. Like, who made this, invented this bulb? Do you know that's the name of that person?
Constitution.
Edison,
Yes. Do you know how many times he failed?
5,000 times.
Yes, but he was so
1000.
persistent that he never gave up. So what I'm just telling you is that you need to have adjectives. Like, for example, if you want, like, for example, if you want that your friends like you, now you need to be affable. Affable is a person who is easy to talk, right? Affable. Like, there are certain people that, I mean, it's not very easy to talk to them. They are so, I mean, they keep themselves so away that you cannot even dare and go and talk to them. Or, for example, you need to be agreeable or amiable. Amiable is a very friendly and nice person. Or, like, he's very charming. I mean, charming is that he has a kind of magic of effect on other people. Or, for example, you have to be likable. See, likable. These are all adjectives. Considerate. Do you know considerate? When you think about other people all the time. Or, for example, thoughtful. He's a very thoughtful person, or a sympathetic person, or he is understanding person. So if you have all these qualities, you will always have friends around you all the time. Or, for example, diplomatic. You know the meaning of diplomatic. It's not a negative word. Remember, many people take it as a negative word, but diplomatic is,
Social type.
yes, diplomatic. If I say he is very diplomatic, I mean, he's in a good way diplomatic. He's very good at trying to help people see both sides of a situation. Or, for example, impartial. I mean, if I say he doesn't support just one side of the disagreement, he's impartial, or he's not prejudiced. Or, for example, if you are honest, now you say, I'm very honest, I'm sincere, or I'm straightforward, or he is straightforward. Or, for example, if you go and if you see a person and he's generous or helpful or kind, or he's very giving. See, I'm using all these adjectives. These are positive adjectives. Or, for example, if you go like in a CV, you mention these kind of adjectives, for example, patient, dynamic, or quick-witted. Do you know quick-witted person? Quick-witted. Anybody? Do you know this adjective quick-witted? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Don't know about it.
Quick-witted.
Hazir Jawab, sir.
And you see, again, you said it in Urdu. Don't say it in Urdu. For example, when you think quickly and intelligently, and you are a quick,
Responsive.
yes, when you are quick, like you always have this quick response, and think quickly and intelligently. Intelligently is important. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you see the screen? I hope you are not bored, right?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay. So, like you have to have a lot of adjectives. Remember, like for example, when you go to work or an interview for a job interview, and they ask you that give me 3 positive adjective about yourself, you say I'm hardworking. What else you would say? Huh? Like I'm passionate, I'm dynamic. Like when you say I'm dynamic, like for example, you have a lot of energy and can think creatively, that is called dynamic. Or for example, you are bright, I'm a bright student, or he is a bright student, he is very smart and intelligent. Or self-disciplined or resourceful, like for example, resourceful, if I say she is good at finding ways to solve problems. So if you are good at finding ways to solve problems, it means you are a very resourceful person. Or proactive, for example, she doesn't wait for things to happen, she makes them happen, is called proactive. Do you think Imran Khan is proactive? Huh?
Sir, he is, but he has no resources at all, sir.
So he's not no, resources is a different word. I said resourceful. Now resourceful is an adjective, and resourceful person is a person who finds different ways to solve problems. Like for example, have you ever seen a person that like there is a problem and he just finds a problem in like minutes? He goes to different places and he finds out that solution to that problem. Now, there are people that they are very resourceful. So, I mean, you have to be resourceful in order to be successful. Otherwise, you won't be. Or proactive, I just told you, or organized, or efficient, or diligent. I mean, she does her work carefully and cares about details, minute details. He's a very diligent person. Or for example, versatile, he's a very versatile person. Or for example, he like if you can do different things depending on the situation, you are very versatile. Like the situation changes and you change according to the situation. Remember, it helps you in these presentations all the time. Like for example, if you are not versatile, you will not be a good presentator, because these presentators they change depending upon the situations. Or if you are not adoptable, again, this is a very good quality. What I'm just telling you is that it is a person, it improves your personality. Remember, if you know these adjectives, these are not just any adjectives. These are personality like kind of traits. If you have these personality traits, it will always help you in different ways. Do you know adoptable? Are you guys adoptable? Like when you can change depending on the again the situation, when you change accordingly. Or dependable, or for example reliable. Do you know reliable? He's a very reliable person. Do you think Sheikh Rashid is a reliable person? Hello, can you hear me?
Sir, every
I
politician
don't
can be
think so, sir.
reliable
Huh?
No, is that right?
and not reliable at the same time, sir.
You will ask it.
And yes, so if you're not reliable, I mean, people will not rely on you. So if you're not reliable, you can, I mean, you will not have good friends or loyal or trustworthy. So I've used a lot of adjectives, remember, right? Or for example, if you want to, is like for example, if I say he is fun to be around for several reasons, like he's a, in your class, there must be a guy who will always make people laugh. Is there anybody who does that in your class? Who
We
always
have
make
Fahim,
Fahim? Huh? Who is
the,
that?
I guess
Umar
we
Ali,
have
sir.
Umar Ali, like he makes people laugh, and he's like a guy who is fun to be around. Huh? So can you,
Yes, sir.
Rizwan Ameemer, sir.
okay, can you use some,
Enan.
okay, can you use few adjective for him? Why is he like fun to be around? Why? Can you use adjectives for him? Like he's energetic. Is he energetic?
He is vibrant.
Very good. He's vibrant. Okay, he's vibrant means, or exuberant. He's full of life. Or he's adventurous. Adventurous is like doing new things or try different things. Like if somebody is not adventurous, he must be very boring person. Like if you tell him that let's go swimming, he'll say no, I don't like swimming. Or if you tell him that let's go on hiking, he will say, oh, okay, I don't do that. So adventurous person are always like you love to be with them. Or for example, enthusiastic or cookie kind of a person is a little bit crazy, but in a fun way. Remember, not in a crazy is a negative word, but this cookie is a little crazy, but in a fun way. Or for example,
Just
yes, or a cheerful or a chatty person, or a talkative is a negative maybe, but a chatty is a person that he or she loves talking, taking, talks a lot, right? Like he loves to talk a lot. So if a person loves to talk a lot, like you never get bored with these person. Or witty. Do you know this word witty? W-I-T-T-Y. Huh?
Yes,
This is
sir.
very important, like very, very good adjective. Witty. Huh? What is witty?
Intelligent.
G? Like, for example, he's funny and tell jokes in an intelligent way. Witty is when
Yes,
you
sir,
make
exactly.
jokes, but intelligent joke. What is intelligent joke? What do you mean by that? Intelligent joke. Like, for example, if you see this, these Pashto dramas, right? Charta katalim da the Pashto drama.
Ismail Shah.
Oh, no, he's
Yes,
not
sir.
witty. He's not witty, remember. I mean, Pukhto drama, ki if you see, they always make people laugh by just like walking in a different way or making different noises. That person is not witty at all. A witty person is that he uses certain words in a different way, or he makes jokes in a very intelligent way. Like, for example, if you go and read the Shakespeare comedy, Twelfth Night, I mean, you can say that humor is different. और फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक है ये उमर शरीफ है और एक है मोइन अख्तर. If you remember, he died few years ago. Now Moin Akhtar or Anwar Maqsood, do you know Anwar Maqsood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, when he makes,
Yes.
he's a very witty person. I mean, he makes people laugh, and his jokes are very intelligent kind of jokes. और ये उमर शरीफ जो है, I mean that he sometimes uses very vulgar kind of language and make people laugh. So then there are these different.
Siraj Raisani is also a witty person.
Okay, right? He must be
Oh,
okay. Like
Balochistan, former chief minister of Balochistan.
no, वो yes,
वो तो पागल है।
वो जो कहते हैं, वो जो डिग्री होती है, हाँ, वो वाला।
Yes, sir, exactly.
Same.
सर वो कहते हैं कि लोग इमरान खान से ऐसे गिला करते हैं कि वो कि इमरान खान वजीर आजम है। लोग उनसे इस तरह गिला करते।
यार ये जो पुख्तून है ना, और ये जो आजकल
Witty remark.
ये फेसबुक पे जो कमेंट्स लगाते हैं, दे आर वेरी विटी पीपल, सीरियसली। उस उनके जहन में ये आइडियाज कैसे आते हैं, अजीब अजीब।
Beginners. Exactly.
So one is humor, base humor. I mean, that does not need intelligence. Remember, if a person who is an uneducated or illiterate person, or जो गांव में रहता है, so you can make them laugh very easily by just by your gestures or postures, or sometimes you make different kind of noises or sounds, and they will laugh. But witty is intelligent kind of way to make people laugh, right? Or he's very humorous. I mean, funny and entertaining, or amusing. Amusing is another word. Or for example, if you say, or if you think, or like for example, if you want that people love you, you have to be non-judgmental. Non-judgmental means that you don't judge people. Remember, these are easygoing. Do you know this word easygoing?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, a person who is easily adapted to a situation.
Who is very relaxed? No, yes, kind of, but who is very relaxed and like kind of for example, relaxed about everything. So it's sometimes good, but not always. If you are always easygoing, you will never work and study. So sometimes, remember, you have to be balanced as well. So like for example, if you want to be a leader, you must have these qualities, and you must know these adjectives. Ambitious. Now if you see, let's apply these kind of adjectives on different people. On Imran Khan, because I know you like him so much. So ambitious, right? You know, or determined, or persistent, or passionate, or decisive. But I don't think Imran Khan is decisive. Do you think he is decisive? Huh? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm just today, what I just told you about adjectives, that I know you can use adjective as well. Tomorrow we'll be studying adjectives in detail, how we will use it, what will be the position of adjective in a sentence structure. But I want you to go and have a lot of adjectives, learn many adjectives as you can. So your assignment is that you have to go and write, or tomorrow it's kind of presentation. When you come online for like in the class, I will ask you about this Imran Khan, or just pick any politician, and you can tell me about yourself as well. 3 positive and 3 negative adjectives, but not these good or bad adjective. कि आप ये कहो कि I'm a good person and I'm a bad person and I'm a hardworking. No, try to find out different kind of adjectives that you have not used before. Do you get it?
Yes, sir, we did.
So I will ask you about 3 positive and 3 negative adjectives, and you will explain. Like for example, if you say sir, I'm a quick-witted person, or I'm a witty person. Now, then you have to give me examples that how you are a witty person. Or for example, when you say, I am a procrastinator. Do you know procrastinator? I just told you.
Yes, sir.
Or what is this word? Sadistic. Do you know this word, sadistic? Huh?
Seen many times, sir, but did not search it.
Now, this word sadistic is a person who enjoys when other people are in pain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, for example, if you go outside and like, for example, you have seen people that they, like, for example, you have a class, right? And you see people on the road and they're fighting with one another. So first tell me, are you a sadistic? Do you like when people are in pain? Do you enjoy that?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. We do not.
You do not. But I think personally is that 95% Pakistani people, or maybe 99% people, are sadistic.
Especially Pashtuns.
No, like some, like
Especially
you, no,
Pashtuns.
no, what? No, not Pushtun. No, it doesn't mean that you really enjoy it and tell people that yes, I enjoy it. But for example, if you are searching or just scrolling down on Facebook and you see a video where people are fighting, you are watching that, right? You watch that first.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Now, why do you watch it? And you also say, no,
For fun.
but if you are watching it, it means you are enjoying it. Remember this thing. Yeah,
No,
for
sir.
example, there is an accident on the road. You are not helping there, but you go and watch that scene. And then you say it's so bad. But if you have left your important work and you are there just looking at that scene, it means that you are enjoying it. So sadistic person is a person who enjoys others people pain. Oh, this is a disease, remember. Now we all need to go to the doctor. अगर हम ठीक नहीं होते हैं, there are certain diseases.
Psychological syndrome.
Yes, I mean there are okay, you go and search this on internet, personality disorders. Remember, many people here, I mean, they do not know these words, these adjectives, so they never ever go and try to search it on internet and find. Now, these personality, everybody has these personality disorders. Like, for example, there are introvert, there are extrovert, there are histrionic, or for example, procrastinator, or obsessive compulsive disorder is a personality disorder. Have you ever seen people who always washes their hand all the time? All,
Perfectionist.
yes, perfectionist. So if you are a perfectionist, again, this is kind of a personality disorder, that you want everything to be perfect, which is impossible. So what you need to do is that there are ways to solve this problem. And another thing is that if you know that you have this personality disorder, then it's 70% solved, remember. But if you don't even know it, so you can never ever find a solution. So first you have to find out what are your personality disorders. Now, if you go and search it on internet, you will learn so many adjectives and you will never ever forget it. Why? Because you will read it or you will learn it in a context, remember. So once you learn it in a context, you never forget it. So what I have known is that you people are very good in learning these definitions, but sometimes you do not have these words and you don't know how to use them. So we will concentrate on prescriptive grammar as well. You have to improve your language, remember. So you need to have so many adjectives, a lot of adjectives. Like for example, ये जो आप commentary देखते हो cricket की, now this Ramiz Raja, the vocabulary he has it, वो ये नहीं कहता है कि this is a very good shot. He uses different adjectives for good, because good is a cliche. If you used good once, what will you use another word for that? Or what, or
Affection.
if he plays another good shot, what will you then say? Or if he plays another very good shot, so बस आप ये कहोगे कि it's very good or very good or very good. No, you need to have you need to learn these adjectives. So yeah, just go and search this personality disorders on internet. You will have so many personality disorders, and then you will learn these new adjectives with it, and you will have a very good understanding of your personality as well. So in order to learn adjectives, you have to read, remember, and then think, right? Is there any question you want to ask me? So there are these very beautiful words, remember what I just said, sadistic or histrionic. Now, these are personality disorder. Remember, if you find these personality disorder in people, you can help them as well. Like, for example, this one personality disorder. Have you ever heard about this schizophrenic person?
Yes.
What is schizophrenic?
Hallucinations.
Yes. I mean, yes. This is kind of a disorder, or like, yes, you think that everybody is your enemy and everybody is going to hurt you. So if you have that problem, you go and isolate yourself, you distance yourself, and you become introvert, you don't talk to people, and then you go into depression. So if you don't treat them on time, it goes very, like, you become a crazy person later on. So what I need you to go search these personality disorders, and tomorrow when you come, I will ask you to give me 3 positive and 3 negative adjective about yourself, and I will give everybody 5 or 3 or 2 minutes to just talk about themselves, right? Is it clear? Huh? Yes, answer me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but we have to finish it today. We, I think, took 2-hour class. So if you want to ask me anything, Zubair just joined it. Do you want to ask me anything? Please ask me. And you understood about that? Yes, yes.
असाइनमेंट के बारे में बताएं जरा सर.
मैंने बताया assignment is, your assignment is that go and find 3 positive and 3 negative adjectives about yourself, right? And then you will come and tell me those 3 adjectives about, like, 3 positive and 3 negative adjectives. Do you get it?
Right, sir. Thank you.
Very simple, very simple. But remember, try to find new adjectives. ये मत कहो कि I'm smart and I'm beautiful and I'm ऐसे नहीं, right?
ठीक है सर.
Yes.
Sir,
हाँ जी जी जी.
so when you come to know about exam, then inform us.
Yes, I will inform you. Don't worry about that. But you just go and do these assignments, right?
Right.
Can I leave now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Okay.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Inshallah.
Bye. Bye.